Okay, welcome to my first video for YouTube. This is going to be a demonstration of insecure passwords and sniffing passwords over plain text with Wireshark. So to begin this lab, we need to install Wireshark and go ahead and figure out which interface we're going to be using. And I think for some people that can be tricky if you're using a modern PC like Windows Vista or Windows 7, because when we click on Capture and Interfaces, you don't see the IP address listed in the format that most people are comfortable with, which is IP version 4. It's listed in the IPv6 format here, which is not a hard problem to get over. We just have to actually look at this thing. So the best way to do this is to open up a command prompt and type in ipconfig. If we type in ipconfig, we'll be able to tell ourselves which is the actual adapter that we're using. In this case, wireless LAN adapter, that's the one that I'm using. You can see it's got a 192.168 address, the kind I'm looking for, and it has a link local IPv6 address that ends in 7B6 there. We come up here and we see one of these interfaces has 81 packets, the others have a little bit of activity, but it also ends in 7B6, so that's the right one. We'll go ahead and click Start on that. And once we've started capturing some packets, we can run out over to demo.moodle.net and type in a username and password. In this case, if the lab asks for your first name at nowhere.com and a password of top secret. Let's make sure we get that password right. Top secret password. If you're not typing in your password right, you're not going to find it when we do the search later. And right is non-issue because we're of course going to get an invalid, but that's not what we were trying to do. We weren't actually trying to log in. What we're doing is trying to make sure that we see this packet capture. So let's go and close the web page. Click on Capture, Stop, and we're going to click on Edit and Find Packet. Now we don't want to make any change by having clicked out in here. That may adjust where in search order you're going to find things, but we need to make a couple changes here. First, we can type in our password. And if you have made a mistake, you can also search. If you think that maybe you made a mistake, maybe you capitalized T or something like that, you can search on a section of the password. So we type in the password. We're going to change from display filter to string and from packet list to packet bytes. Then we're going to click on Find. And we should instantly find the password. It shows us, we can look in the top portion, but we can also see that it's pre-highlighted for us here in the bottom. So it has absolutely is a lab that you guys can do. You just make sure you use the edit settings properly and that we actually are capturing on the right interface. So when we go back and look at those interfaces, we're going to see that some of them are going to have a lot more packets than others, and like that Microsoft adapter from ours. But using the IP address is the sure way to know which one we're looking for. I hope that's helped you out through this lab. Any questions, post to the forum. Thank you very much.